Hi, my name is Davey Asprey and you're watching Toasted.
So welcome to Armada HQ.
No, thank you for having me.
You arrived yesterday, right, in Amsterdam, you told us?
Yeah, it was a bit of a delayed flight, just happy to get it in one piece, really.
You're not happy flying?
No, I'm not the best of flying, but it's part and parcel of the job.
I watched, of course, your social media and can recommend everybody to go to your Instagram especially. And the last picture I saw was actually a massive pint before takeoff.
Yeah, that's correct, just to settle the nerves.
Actually, I love your, like I said, I love your Instagram. I think the most outrageous picture I've ever seen was on your Instagram.
Okay, and what was that?
A naked cat's balls over a computer.
Yeah. It happens. Yeah.
Is that actually your cat, really?
No, it's my friend's cat.
Hey, before we start talking about music, for all those who don't know who you are, there's this info phrase on your Facebook page which says, father, music producer and DJ. You have a daughter, Eliza. Congratulations, actually.
No, thank you very much. It's just incredible. You can't even put it into words, just how fantastic it is being a parent. It's amazing.
It must be tough as well, right? I mean, for a lot of people to be a DJ alone is tough, but to be a parent next to that?
Yeah, there is a lot of juggling, especially with putting her down to sleep, and then I've got a couple of hours before the neighbours are banging the wall that I've got to turn it down again. But it's just something we're learning and it's growing, and yeah, it's not too bad.
Can you, I mean, of course you will recommend it to anyone who's thinking about having a kid, but I mean, to combine this line of job with being a parent?
I suppose you've got to be fully dedicated to what you're doing. You've got to have you've got to see the finish line at the end, because I suppose for being a father, and then if you're only going to put part of your energy into being a father and part into being a producer, something's going to go amiss, and you've got to be 100% in absolutely everything that you do.
What I also loved on your Facebook was the second quote that said, "You're voted most likely to travel back in time."
Class of 2057, yeah.
Where would you travel to, actually, if you could?
I would love to go back in time and meet Nikola Tesla.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
How come?
Just the man is he was a genius, far beyond his time frame, and the reason we're sitting here with a lot of the technology that we have is because of this man. He's a pioneer.
But you also believe in his machine that could end the law of gravity and that sort of stuff? Because I mean, he built like the craziest machines, and everybody thought he was crazy, like free energy for everyone and all that stuff. You believe that too?
Well, there was a lot of negative press around him. The people were stealing his ideas, but why not free energy for everybody? Why not?
I hope it will be one day. It will be fantastic. Hey, another hero of you, Bill Hicks.
Yes, he was a prophet sent here as well. So wise beyond his years. Everything that he talks about is still just so relative, even in today. It's just the phrase, it's just the ride. A lot of people forget that.
Could you explain that, what it means for people who didn't see him, who don't know who he is?
It's just people, his message is that everybody gets caught up in the rat race, too focused on doing one specific task, working until you basically drop dead, and you forget to enjoy and live your life. And you've got to remember that it is a ride, and if you're not liking the ride that you're on, you can get off the ride and go on another one. There's always different paths you can take.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about music. Fallout, it already has 478,024 plays on Spotify.
Wow. Yeah, it's been an absolutely surreal experience with the track. Was not expecting the feedback, the reaction that it got. Really, it's still something that every day I'm having a message from several people. Loving the track. It still blows my mind to this day.
It also is apparently, this is the power of a good label, Armada, because I mean this track is like, at least on Spotify, at least 10 times more popular than any other track.
Is that so?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I sent it off to a friend of mine who I would work with at another label, not realising that it worked for Armada. It was just like, can you give me some feedback on this? I'm sort of at my wit's end of where to take it. I think it was instantaneous. So I got a message back. Have you sent this out to anywhere else? No, we want it. And I was just absolutely stunned for words. just was not expecting.
No
you know,
way.
yeah, it was
Really?
just very, very unexpected. As I mentioned, it's very surreal, and I'm just absolutely grateful for everything that it sort of opened the door for me. Really, it's unreal.
And then, of course, Armin played it at a State of Trance 800. And for some reason, you weren't allowed to tell that, or you weren't allowed to talk about the track, even though there was like a massive buzz going on.
Yeah, it was quite hard when everybody was IDing it as Armin and New Year and Armin and somebody else. And it was just sort of a happy little secret that I could keep to myself, just knowing that in a couple of weeks' time I can actually announce, because just the comments that it was just strolling in daily, just fantastic. It was just surreal to watch as well, because I was watching the live stream from home, because I had my daughter that weekend, and it was just absolutely unreal, just actually watching him drop the track. Amazing.
Because he is a big inspiration for you.
Oh, 100%. Armin always has and always will be a huge hero of mine. I used to play his album 76 on repeat constantly. And yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Hey, I think there's only one problem with the song.
Okay.
It's too short.
Some people have complained it's actually too long.
What?
Yeah, the breakdown is too long.
I could have it at least twice as long, because I mean the version I had is like 4 minutes, and I was like, is it done yet? Fuck.
Yeah, there's been a mixed response to the length of the track. Some people like the shorter breakdown. Other people just want to play it out on repeat.
Yeah.
For myself, yeah, why not just have it on repeat for the rest of my day?
Is there a long version actually, or this is what it is?
It is what it is, but I can make you one if you want one.
Yes, please do that. Thanks. Okay. Hey, tell me a little bit about how the track came together. Was it just a jam that you made, or?
The track started out as a very different animal. It was about 12 months in the making, just going through various different ideas. Because if I hit on an idea, it can just be like a little hook or a melody. I'll keep working on that track until I either get really, really bored of it, or it turns into something like Fallout. And I hit on the melody, and it was just something I knew that the rest would fit in somehow. So when I've produced some higher BPM stuff, some low BPM stuff, collaborated with a couple of other people on various other projects which are still yet to be announced. And it was just taking all that information that I could then put back into my own tracks, and which ended up just being, the way that Fallout came out.
So when you finished the track, did you realize you had gold in your hands?
No, I knew the melody was on point, but I was sort of umming and ahhing about the rest of the track. It was only when I got some positivity back from Armada that I was just sort of like, okay, maybe I have done something a bit special here that I couldn't see it myself, I suppose. I suppose that's the same as any artist. They look for perfection, and I suppose you only get perfection when somebody tells you or gives you that sort of feedback. So, oh, yeah, okay, I think we're onto a winner here.
Wow. Hey, a lot of your music is on SoundCloud, and on your Facebook page you also posted this picture of a tanking ship. So let's say a rescue ship with the big SoundCloud logo on top, and you said, okay, if they do tank, does anybody have an idea where DJs and producers can put their music to listen out for free? Yeah. Did you find a solution yet?
There are several platforms I'm going to be looking into.
So you already gave up on SoundCloud, basically?
No. I'm a paying subscriber to SoundCloud. I pay for a premium account. So as long as they keep going, I will keep supporting SoundCloud. But it's always good to have, not just put all your eggs into one basket, because if that site is pulled, there's a lot of my radio shows, there's a lot of, exclusive tracks on there. And it's just nice that people will still be able to have a platform to listen to these products on. Because
I was about to refer everyone to your SoundCloud page, because there is so much more music on there than on Spotify.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, head on over. It's soundcloud.com/Davey Asprey official.
A track that I loved from there is the Marcus Schultz remix, The New World.
Yeah,
you did that. That's an amazing collaboration, I think.
Yeah, it's been one of my favourite tracks ever since I heard it many years ago in a club, and I made it for my DJ sets. I thought I'd send it out to a couple of people. I didn't even think about getting it signed. It was just sort of a passion project. The feedback on that has been amazing. Armin played it back to back with Fallout on the one, A State of Trance, and yeah, it's been amazing. I've given that away to people for free, so if you head over to SoundCloud, you can pick that up as well.
Very good track. Eyes Up, also a great track, I think, and that's an outstanding one.
Yeah,
that was a track as well.
That was my final track with Monster Tunes before James, who now works at Armada, he used to work at Monster, and we had a really good partnership. He'd give me a lot of good feedback, and I'd go back, work on the track, and get it to that level. But that track was also named after one of my favourite video games that I still play, and I'm still trying to get Ruben to give me a 1v1, so, and that's Destiny, so yeah.
Love that track as well. Hey, a new track coming up on Armada. It's called Passengers.
Yeah.
I wrote down, this is a happy track. Am I right there?
Yeah, very much so. Since the birth of my daughter, I haven't been able to write sort of melancholy, moody music. I'm just high on life now that I've just sort of got everything's falling into place, and yeah, the music it's for her now. Yeah.
So there's going to be a track about spaghetti on the floor and eating dust off your socks?
Potentially, we'll see where it goes.
'Cause that's actually the stuff that you post.
Yeah, she's an absolute character, and I'm just being away from her today. I'm absolutely missing her to death, to be honest.
Looking at the food pictures actually that you post, if you were the cook, you're a pretty good cook.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I learn from the best.
It's not a hobby, right? I mean, this is professional stuff that you do.
No, my partner's usually the cook in the house, but when she's at work and I'm back home, it's baptism by fire. I have to learn on my feet sort of what goes, and we can sometimes end up with a mashup of stuff. But if Eliza eats it and she keeps it on the plate and it's not on the floor, then I'm happy with that.
Hey, for your birthday, you took a submachine gun and you went to the range and shot everything inside. That's a nice way to have a birthday party.
I saw a picture online that there was a gun range opening down the road from us, from where I live. I didn't even realise we could have guns in the UK.
No. Let alone machine guns. Fuck.
Machine guns, sniper rifles. It was quite surreal. The sound is something you'll never forget. You'll know if you've been shot. Apart from,
you'll be deaf.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Even with the cans on, it was still stupidly loud. And the gun casings, I was like, what the hell's hitting me? So I had the goggles on, and it was the gun casings that were bouncing off the wall, ricocheting off my head, and I had all black grease and burn marks. And my one friend that had gone with us, the hot cartridge shot up, went right down his back and into his trousers, in between his arse cheeks.
How to explain that at home?
Yeah, exactly.
Guess what happened?
I swear it's a burn mark, yeah.
Hey, of course, you already kind of told us a little bit about the future because you are working on the music and you worked with other people together that you can't talk about yet.
There's several collaborations, with some of the artists who I think are going to be, the next big things, and it's exciting to work with them on their styles and also, learning from them. They've come into my studio, I've gone into their studio, and it's just great to see how other people work, because I work in a certain way. It's very linear in terms of, and then there's other people that will just create a baseline, then build the track around that, and I only know the one style of producing, so it's good to get many views, and then it's making me evolve as a producer myself.
Hey, your career is definitely blowing up. Where do you see yourself go?
I haven't really thought about it too much, to be honest. I'm just taking every day as it comes. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I've always got my family to go back to, and that's all that matters, really.
Many DJs, producers that we talk to, especially here, they either just got signed by Armada or they're starting their own label with Armada. Would you ever consider doing your own label?
I would absolutely jump at the chance to run my own label, even if it was just to understand how things work behind the scenes, because all I know from my part is I go make a track, I come back with a contract, and that's all it is. And the day being here in the Armada studios, just seeing how everything works, it's fantastic, and I'd love to have that sort of experience for myself, really. But
so you just did a radio show here?
Yeah, I've just appeared on A State of Trance with Armin. So surreal to even say that. I've been watching it, I've been listening to it for years. To be an audience participant and then to give an interview, I'm still trying to process it all, really. It's absolutely so surreal.
So you're in a candy shop.
Exactly, yeah, and I don't know what to pick.
Is it surreal? I mean, it must be weird, right? I mean, so dreams do come true.
Dreams definitely do come true. Yesterday I was sat in the office at work, just sort of powering through the day, and then straight from work, straight on a plane, here, doing this with you lovely people. And then I'm back to work again tomorrow. Hopefully work won't mind. Bye.
So when will you do this full time?
That's a great question. As soon as I can see it being financially stable for not just for myself but for my family, because the that's my main passion, and they're the people that matter to me the most. I would jump at the chance of just doing this full time.
But you know what this enthralls, right? I mean, you need to fly a lot, you need to travel a lot. Because I'm sure with this one track already, you could have a lot of gigs.
Yeah, the interest, it's something I'm not used to, but it's fantastic, and there should be some decent gigs to be announced very, very soon, which I'm really excited about. There are 2 in the UK coming up, both in August. One in my hometown of Birmingham, and then the other one in Leicester. And my partner's actually coming to the one in Birmingham, so it's going to be fantastic to have her with me and actually being able to see what I do, because she hears what I do next door and turn it down, but to actually come out and be able to see me do it in a club, it's amazing.
Must be cool to have a dad that's a superstar DJ.
Well, she'll probably hate the music when she grows up. She dances to it now, which is, it's so cute to watch, just dancing with the little fingers. It's amazing.
Cool. Hey, when will you get back, and when can we see you live again?
That's still to be decided. I've just had a meeting with Michael, the CEO. Big plans, but that's obviously everything's got to be staggered and managed, and it's just I'll tell everybody right now, but yeah, we just have to wait and see what's going on.
Thanks so much for your time.
No, it's my absolute pleasure. Thank you.